Hello. So I wanted to show some of the features for this helmet pack. There's a lot going on here, so I just want to dive into all of the features that I've included in this helmet pack. First of all, we've got all the different helmets. We've got our dirt bike helmets. We've got several sets of textures, and all of these, materials. Oh, well, yeah, textures. And all of these textures, the material instances are highly customizable. I've set them up so that the masks allow us to change the separate design colors. So we've got our dirt bike, we've got our racing helmet version 1, and then we've got version 2 that is, if you can see it, it's got more of the streamlined look. There's some sculptural lines on it. And we've got that classic kind of bell helmet, and then the bell helmet with the visor. And then we've got our half helmet, more of like a motorcycle helmet. Uh, that same helmet with the visor. And I've also done a closed chin strap and an open chin strap. All of these have control rig. The chin straps have a control rig so they can be animated. There's a control rig for the visor so that can be animated. I'll show you that in just a second. And so yeah, I've got with this half helmet, I've got each version with the closed strap and open strap. So I've got no visor, closed strap, with a visor, closed strap, no visor, open strap, and then with a visor, open strap. And then we've got our German style helmet that's got the open strap and closed strap. So let's dive into these material instances and I can show you what's going on. So I'm going to open up this material instance for this material right here. I'm calling it Racing Teeth, and I'll show you the folder structure. So I've set it up where I've got a red, green, and blue mask for the base, the design, and then the outline of the design. So we can, if I go into my base hue, I can shift the color of the base without changing the teeth, right? I can shift the roughness and the metallic of each element as well. So there's a huge amount of variation, and that goes down the line on all of these designs. All of these designs, I've set up the master material so that these material instances are built in a way that you can adjust everything. I've also got the cushion and the rubber, so you can change the color on them if you'd like. So let's see. We've got our base color hue, right? Can also go with the darkness. Okay, can lighten it up too if we want. And then I've got my saturation, and I also have a color switch. So this will completely override, and now we can change it to any specific color. So there's a huge amount of flexibility with changing all of these materials. Each one of these materials is set up this exact same way. And I've set the color switch, I've set it up in a way that I've set it up in a way that each of these elements can be, what? Oh, that's what my color light is. Oh, the saturation's at 0. I was like, why is my color so dull? Well, there we go. Saturation's at 0. So let's go ahead and set that back to 0. Now, if I go down to my color detail, that's going to be the teeth for this one. They're each separate. I've got my red channel is my main body, blue channel is the detail, and then outline is the green. So you can build your own masks if you want and import them too. You can see these teeth have some metallic to them. So we can do some really cool stuff here. Here's the outline. So right now it's solid black. So for this specific texture, so I can't really change the hue, really do anything about color unless I do a color switch on this one. So then I can, in fact, change the color of the outline if I'd like. And let's just turn that back off. So I've got my master hue as well, so I can just change the hue of the entire helmet, and that this master hue works for everything. We've got our AO amount, our spec, if you want to adjust any of those. And here's all of the textures that I'm inputting. So I've got my main overall body mask, and then there's a detail mask too that allows us to do this. I've got the same setup on the visor actually, and I'll show you that in just a second. So the outline metallic, I can turn the metallic off on the teeth. I've got these all separated though, so the body is 0 metalness right now. I can make it metallic too, okay? I also have a series of normal maps. So right now we've just got a standard normal map. I can bring in my, just put this up a little bit here. You know what, let's click on this window. Bring it in here. So if I go to my content, I've got my racing helmet. And this is version 2 because it's got the sculpted lines. So you can go into here and I've got metal flake. There's the carbon fiber, and then the version 2 just standard normal, which is what that has right now. But let's say I want my metal flake, I can drop that in, and now I can see I've got a metal flake look to it. If I wanted to make it carbon fiber, I can do that as well. So there's a huge amount of variation and customization with each of these. So you can get, you know, hundreds of helmet variations out of one single helmet. So I've got a roughness variation on this too. You can see that it's changing, and then I can change just the master roughness. We can make it totally flat, right? And then again, everything is set up so that we can do each of these elements. These are my cushions. Let's say base rough. We can turn that way. We can make it matte, right? The base, and then the detail still metallic and shiny. So there's a huge amount. The variation in customization is pretty much endless. So something else I really like about this is this has got this base color, but if I add I've got this rainbow color in here, rainbow base. If I add this, now you're going to see, oh, it just looks like a normal kind of rainbow metallic helmet. But since I've got these different things masked out, I can actually change the color of each element. So now, even though it's rainbow, I've got this really awesome effect. And then let's say maybe I don't want the body to be metallic. Let's change that back to matte. Now I've got this really cool rainbow kind of helmet with these iridescent metal teeth. So again, this is we can do this across the board. This for every single design. This works. So I'm going to revert that. Oh, huh. It went back to the demon. That's funny. Let's go teeth. So we're going to go to our okay. So let's set this all back to its default. And there we go. We're back to, so let's get into the customizing the visor too. I'll show you some really cool stuff with the visor. Here's the material instance. You can turn up the metallic, right? And that's going to not do much yet, but I've got this rainbow switch right here. And now you can see we've got this really cool metallic looking visor. It's got awesome look to it. Now if I don't want to do the rainbow switch, I can still change the color on the let's see. I can turn my thin translucency is going to be how translucent this is. All right, so yeah, I really like that. I think that's, and then we can make it even more translucent. It's got a really cool look to it. Turn that off. Let's turn our metallic back to 0. Come back with our standard helmet. And now I can change my roughness variation here too. And it's kind of hard to see in the glare, but there's some really cool details in there. Change it back to 0. Okay, so another thing is that our normal, we've got our normal amount switched out. Oh, I really like this demon design. Let's open this guy up real quick. Oh, and this visor also has that rainbow iridescent, the ability to change that too. So this, again, I've got these separated so we can change the base hue, we could change the detail hue, and the outline. Now the outline is black on this one too, so we're actually going to have to do the color switch on that. Oh, that's the detail color switch. Let's do the color switch on the outline. And now we can, so let me change this really quickly. And also, let's see here. We've got our normal, okay? And we've got the same thing. We can change the normal for the cushion, for the body, and the rubber. But like, let's say I've got this at metal flake, but maybe I want to reduce it and not be so bumpy. Just give it a really light look to it, or I can just turn that off and now it's smooth. But I still have my cushion normal and the normal on the rubber lining. So let's see. So here's our cushion normal. I can reduce that down to 0, and then it's going to be totally flat, or I can bump it up. All right, and then we've got our cushion roughness too, so I can turn that up. Looks like it. So everything is highly adjustable. All right. Now I've got an overall metallic switch too on the metalness, so we can just go from, we can say, okay, everything is metal. If you don't want to worry about, switching each individual piece. So that helps too. Okay. Now I want to show you. I'm going to show you the control rigs in just a second. Let's go ahead and pop this all back. We'll turn that metal switch off too. Okay. So the this helmet also with the visor, we've got our rainbow switch here, and then if we just turn up our metallic, that's when it starts to kind of shine through. So you can get some really cool stuff out of this. Also, if you don't want to do the rainbow switch, you can still have the metallic up, and you can do a color switch here too. So you can go, you know, full on mirror. There's a lot of stuff we can do here. We can turn the translucency up so it's still got that kind of mirrored effect. Lots of customization here. Turn it back to 0.5. Turn our metallic off, and we'll turn our color switch off too. And all right, let's get into our control rigs for these guys. So I've got the control rigs in a folder called control rigs. So we've got our racing helmet. Let's open that up real quick. So with this, we've just got our root control and then the visor control. But you know, we can animate the visor open, take the helmet off, animate the helmet position and all that, which is all, you know, important stuff. And then with the we've got open strap, and the same control rig is applied across all of these. So again, we've got our root control, and then we've got each of these individual strap controls, so you can animate the strap or bake animation to the strap. And let's go ahead. Now we've got, so this piece, the little dangly piece, we can animate that. And then I tried to get it to where this piece moves and the top still stays. So let's say you want them to maybe pull on it, stretch it or something like that. That would be doable. And that is it. This is a large amount of customizable helmets. You know, you can turn these into just really basic plain colored helmets if you want. There's just so many possibilities. I really love this demon design. This was a lot of fun to make too. So yeah, there we go. Look, we can, let's make the actual the demons metallic. No, I don't like that. Let's make the body metallic and the demons not. Yeah, that looks cool. And the same thing, you know, I can grab that rainbow color and let's go to my racing helmet. So this is what your content folder will look like. We've got our chin straps, our control rigs, the dirt bike helmet, gel basic, which is, I'm just calling the Bell a gel, German half helmet, which is all those half helmets. There's my master materials, and here is a racing helmet. And then within racing helmet is version 2, which is the one that's got the sculptural details. This is my demon. Oh, but actually, I'll just go back up to racing helmet because my rainbow is right there. So if I drop this rainbow into my color, you can see it's kind of hard to see what's going on. I just need to change the outline color. and then it'll be easy. So now we get some really cool stuff here. So since this is masked, it's using that rainbow, but I'm able to still use the mask to alter everything. And this has got that metal flake on it too, so I can, I can go to my body normal, set that to 0, and then the metal flake is gone. And if we grab our visor, we can do our rainbow switch, and we can say metallic, and there we go. Now we got this sweet iridescent rainbow metallic helmet. All right, hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I'll be making a lot more packs that resemble stuff like this with lots of customization. Actually, I want to show you the master material really quickly because I'm pretty happy with that too. So that's going to be in our content. If I go to my master materials, I've just got this basic metal, and then that's the glass master. But this main master material, here's how I've separated out all of the colors. You can see I've got my rubber, and I'm just using I'm using a color switch for doing the color switching, and then I'm LARPing everything with these 2 sets of masks. I've made 2 different red, green, and blue masks. So this would be my detail mask, and you can see for this demon we've got our red is the base, and then our green is the outline, and then our blue is the detail. All right, thank you all so much.